everybody. Good evening. I'm glad you had papers too, because I'm old and I'm going to forget what I have to say right now. So thank you, Fairfield friends, for this wonderful event. This is amazing, and I'm honored to be here tonight. And thank you for choosing to support the Norma Freeman Breast Center. It's a privilege to be able to share my story with all of you tonight. A story that, unfortunately for me, began a week before my 37th birthday. Due to my family history, it was recommended that I obtain a mammogram earlier than the normal age of 40. So not really giving it much thought, I was like, all right, I'll make the appointment, cross this off my to-do list, and not even worry about it till next year. Well, sadly, my results were concerning, and I was referred to the Norma Freeman Breast Center for a biopsy and a consultation with a breast surgeon. At this time, I was working the evening shift as a nurse in New Haven, so I could be home during the day with our two kids, Cal, who was 4, and Tess, who was 2 at the time. One night at work, it was totally after like normal business hours. I looked down at my phone and I saw who was calling, and I knew, oh God, this is not gonna be good. I picked up to hear that my breast surgeon was about to tell me that my results had come back positive for cancer. I immediately went numb. I called my husband, Tony, who's here with me tonight, and said, it's cancer, but I can't talk, I gotta get back to work. If there's any nurses out there in the audience, you know we rarely have time to take a sip of water, never mind have a life-changing conversation with somebody over the phone. So I hung up the phone, took a deep breath, and pretended that I did not get the phone call that changed my life forever. My wonderful team at the breast center moved swiftly, and I spent my actual birthday obtaining genetic counseling and testing. There's something really ironic about spending your birthday learning just how fragile life truly is. Thankfully, my genetic testing came back negative, and I continued on with my treatment by undergoing a mastectomy. I'm not gonna lie, the recovery wasn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be. I couldn't even lift our daughter out of her crib. But I really didn't have time for that. I just kind of wanted to put this behind me and get back to our life. Throughout my treatment at the Norma Freeman Breast Center, I grew to love everybody on the team. It felt like a family every time I would go for my doctor appointments. And I kind of joked with them, hey, if you ever need a nurse, you know where to find me. Never knew they were gonna take me seriously. And about 6 months after my initial diagnosis, a job opened up, and I found myself getting to be a part of the amazing team that took care of myself. It was gonna be a major lifestyle change from being home with the kids during the day and now having a Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 kind of job. However, sometimes the perfect job just kind of finds you even when you're not looking for it. And I knew this was what I was meant to do. How else could I justify being diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 37, if not to help other women like me by giving them hope and strength during such a difficult time? So in October of 2017, I began my new job as a nurse coordinator for the Norma Freeman Breast Center. At first I thought, oh God, what did I get myself into? It was pretty much reliving my own diagnosis through my patients every day. But I knew exactly what these patients were feeling, and I knew that I could help them navigate this incredibly difficult time with unwavering empathy. So fast forward 2 years, I was actually in the shower doing a self-exam, and I noticed a lump at my surgical site. The next day, I asked my surgeon to take a quick look, which was one of the benefits of working at the breast center. So she did an ultrasound just to be safe. But after working at the breast center for 2 years, I kind of knew exactly what it looked like, and I knew it did not look good. My surgeon did a biopsy that same day and then sent me home to wait. Those next few days were absolutely awful. Of course, I did what any normal person would do and went down the Google rabbit hole. I also gave my husband all my email passwords and reminded him things like, which kid liked their oatmeal lumpy? Luckily, he's the calm to my chaos, and he got me through that weekend. A few days later, my breast surgeon had to tell me yet again that I had breast cancer, this time at the age of 39. Because this was a recurrence, I would need a metastatic workup, and chemotherapy and radiation would definitely be part of my treatment plan. I underwent 4 months of chemotherapy and pushed my way through any and all side effects that you can imagine. Losing my hair was by far the hardest part of this whole thing, and as a woman, nothing prepares you for that. To try and take my mind off of what I was going through, I continued to work and stay busy. But I also wanted to give my patients hope that if I could do this, so could they. After 6 rounds of chemotherapy, I underwent another surgery and found out that the chemotherapy had worked. Even with the good news, my mind finally caught up with my body. I started to struggle with severe anxiety about the potential of future recurrences. Even routine doctor visits would give me a panic attack. Thankfully, the Norma Freeman Breast Center sent me up with a therapist through their wonderful integrative medicine program to help me manage. I was also able to benefit from numerous other programs and support services they offered during and after my treatment, such as nutritional counseling, massages, and acupuncture, all free of charge. Being a former patient and current team member allows me to see just how great the impact is of the incredible philanthropy that the Norma Freeman Breast Center receives. It allows the center to provide the best treatment and services to all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Having cancer twice before the age of 40 was unimaginable and the scariest thing I've ever been through. It's such a cliche, but life truly is short and can change with one test result. So I encourage each and every one of you to get your mammograms and go for your checkups. As scary as it might be, early detection is key, and I wouldn't be standing here today in front of you as a wife, a mom, a nurse, and a 2-time breast cancer survivor without it. I can't end after that. That was amazing. I thank you all, and again, I really thank you guys for coming out here tonight and supporting the Norma Freeman Breast Center, because it's people like you that help patients regardless of their ability to help them navigate through such a hard time in their life. So again, thank you all for the honor to speak here, and thank you again for a wonderful evening.